As far as what your faith is, ma'am, and what you're trying to preach, I have no concerns about.
Yeah, okay. When you turn on the news, actually they don't show it on the news. All they show is white men killing black men. But that's not what happens. You mention Jesus Christ, you're getting arrested or cited instantly, hour and a half tops, and you're going in. Under the guise of megaphones, or you stepped on private property with your toe.
Nobody can go to jail for an ordinance violation.
Well, I know that.
So there was no.
Well, you should tell Sheboygan that, because we just got arrested for a city ordinance.
Sad Sheboygan.
I know, but what I'm saying is injustices. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone has.
We live in a corrupt, disgusting, perverse nation.
And you know that. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, you know that.
Even pagans know that.
But what we're trying to tell you is that you do have options, because you are a lesser magistrate, and you can stand up for what's right, even if it means you go against the law of man. Because we obey God over all, and even our Declaration of Independence stated that. It says when it goes against God, that we go by nature, and nature's God. And that's why we're out, and that's why we're always getting arrested and getting cited, because we obey God, not man. And if you call yourself a Christian, I don't know if you do or not, I know you don't answer those in uniform, but if you do, then that's what you're supposed to do too, badge or not. You obey God. And even our founding fathers declared that that's what our government would be ruled upon, God's law. And our government has way went from that.
We have thrown the law of God under the bus.
So, and I can appreciate where you're coming from, I really can. Understanding that my personal knowledge to God is a reference to what I do as a journal. I enforce the laws of the rules, because that's what I'm sworn to do.
You swear to uphold the Constitution.
So if again, there's plenty of things that I help. Maybe fundamentally I don't agree. Maybe I do. But the reality is I'm sworn to uphold the people here in Appleton. That's what I swore to uphold the laws and the ordinances of the state, the city.
But above all, the Constitution. And if any of the city and state ordinances
go against freedom of speech. As he professed when he was originally upset, and he professed at the back of his truck, we didn't tell him to stop. We didn't tell him to stop.
Yeah,
and even when he was putting this sign on, and the people walked by, and he yelled out to the people that were walking away, I didn't tell him to stop. That is your freedom. That is your right. The violation of the ordinance is the application device. Really a nominal thing. If the good Lord wanted your voice to be so loud, he would have made it so loud.
But the Supreme Court did rule that we have a right to be heard. And that's
freedom of speech,
through
absolutely.
Amplified devices.
It says amplified devices. I don't think when they wrote the Constitution those were available.
Or fully, but...
I mean, because they weren't available.
No, not in the
back
Constitution.
then.
I'm talking about the Supreme Court rulings since the right of government.
Now, if you're talking, and I'm not up to that case law. Again, these laws were written by people far smarter than I am.
I'm not sure.
And I made no bones about it.
No.
So, like, it is an ordinance here in the city, and I explained to them kind of where the city limits. It is a city ordinance. You know what? Every municipality may have their own ordinance to it. There may be none. Appleton has one. It's just like the 2-5 parking. There's not a whole lot of that in other cities, but Appleton likes that street. And that's what they're allowed to do because it's an adaptation.
The crazy thing is that such a concern over children in a vehicle getting the booster seats, and yet where's the concern for children who were murdered this morning? Where's the concern for them?
I don't have the extension of that to be able to enforce anything on that. Like, I don't have that extension. My extension is what the statutes and what the ordinances are.
Well, do you know Wisconsin law? Wisconsin law statute 940-04?
I'm not up on that one, no.
Well, it says, I can't quote the entire thing, but it actually uses the word unborn child, because I looked at it recently. Uses the word unborn child 3 or 4 times. And it says, basically for this section, unborn child means human being from the time of conception. 940-04, Wisconsin law. The law of the state actually says that these are human beings. Uses the word human being.
940-02 says that anyone that takes the life of an unborn child, it shows utter disregard for human life, is guilty of a felony.
The murder statute, correct? Yeah. Like the homicide statutes, right?
And then 930, 948
so where
says
the exception
that we can
comes for the
defend
abortion, again, I am not up on that.
It's an unconstitutional case. That's it. That's the only thing that stops you from going in and arresting an abortion is Roe v. Wade. But it's not law.
Well,
that's the
U.S. Constitution.
And
that's what I'm telling you. You have the authority. That badge gives you the authority to walk in and arrest them, but you won't do it.
But here's the problem. if I go in and do that, and the DA's office says we're not
Yeah, it's a
prosecuting them,
self-sacrifice.
well,
Well, you did the
I'm not
right
gonna
thing.
Make that self-sacrifice.
That's selfishness.
It is.
It is. I
Well,
get
at
it.
least
I have
you-
4 kids I want to
at least
feed,
you
and 4
admit
kids
it.
that I care for and love and whatever
I
else. So
get it.
I'm willing. You know what? I haven't been called by God to do that act.
Are you
so
sure?
I'm positive because that's not where I feel inside.
God put you in
Well,
this
it's-
position.
well, we can't go by
gives
our
you the fire that
feelings.
you have that burns, correct? So God didn't give me that fire, so I'm not going to overstep what keeps my family healthy. And again, self-serving, 100%. I agree with you.
At least you admit it.
But but they're my kids, and that's who I was put on this earth to take care of, and I want to make sure that they have what I can provide for them.
Do you
On
think?
earth
Do
to
you?
serve Jesus.
I did. You're right.
That's what we're
Do you-
But
But
that's why
but-
we're on earth. Everybody,
and
even
that's
those
why I
that
said
don't
I can
believe
appreciate where you guys are coming from, but that's not where my fire
it.
burns.
Jesus said, if you love anyone, mother, father, brother,
Right.
son,
And everyone burns
more
a
than
different
him,
way. And what
then you're not going to inherit the kingdom of
I
heaven.
might not. That's the risk I'm willing
That
to
should
take.
concern
I
you.
would like to too.
That was
But
concern.
I also, I'm not here to judge. Lest thee be judged, correct?
That is correct, but we judge
So-
with God's righteousness.
And that's what you feel. And
That's
I'm not telling you you're wrong in what you
Bible
feel. True. But God's
The Bible
righteousness
says,
is, that all falls under faith, right?
Well, you
Grace of
be
God.
truly born again.
God's righteousness at Christ's expense, right? It's
we
all
don't
the
want,
same.
we don't
so
have cheap grace, though. The true
understand,
grace of God will
but that's-
save you
But that's
and
up to
change
your
you.
interpretation of mine.
It's
Not letter.
There's no
Because if you
there's
pull
one
letter, it's a little
interpretation.
bit
That's
different.
God's interpretation.
Did you
And
know
again, your
if
burden is different than mine.
if you did the right thing and arrested the serial killer, you'd have Christians backing you up,
They would
supporting
rally behind you.
supporting you.
Again, where my passion lies and where yours are just two different places. And I can appreciate where yours is.
Well, think about the guys that killed George Floyd. People are rallying behind the Minneapolis police station. Some were trying to protect him, even though I saw he was guilty. I know you're probably not allowed to say, but he was guilty, and people are still defending cops. If you did what was right according to God's law, Christians all around this nation would defend you.
Including
And
us.
I'll answer to that when I get there. It may not give me in the gates, but I'll answer to it.
We don't want to die and go to
I
hell,
don't want you to burn
right?
in
No,
hell, sir.
no, I,
Oh,
and, I,
you done go to
and I
hell.
don't wish the same upon you. I'm just enforcing the ordinances as what I'm doing to maintain what I have to do.
And I understand.
Well,
and I am
one
sorry
thing-
that I
No, you're okay.
One thing,
overheated
I
over
never
there.
judge.
well, we all judge.
No, I'm
Well,
saying I don't judge her passion. Like it's why you're upset, and I understand where you're coming from, and I can appreciate that. I'm not coming from the same place.
one thing
That's
to
where I'm at.
consider is to make it a little personal, but just a thing to ask yourself: who do you want your children to look up to? A man who did his job, including letting serial killers just murder children to put food on the table, or a man and a father, who stood up to the serial killers, who was basically, from what I know, the second officer. There was one officer 30 years ago, Chet Gallagher, but that they could say that our father sacrificed himself, his career, maybe his own life, in order to protect these children. He did the right thing.
Sure.
And you go down in history.
And you have immunity.
I am
and the
as a
law.
hero.
I am very comfortable with where my kids will see me. And what we do in our own house, I'm very comfortable with where they'll see me. It may not be to your standards.
No, it's not about my standards,
No,
it's
I'm
God's
saying, but I'm
standards.
saying where you want your kids to see you. So that is your standard in the sense that I'm not judging my standards to yours, you're not judging yours to mine, but you have what you want your kids to see you in, and I have what my kids want to see me in. Because that's what I want for my kids, and that's what you want for your kids. So I can appreciate it, but there's nothing you're going to say that's going to change from that. I can completely appreciate where you guys are at. But at the end of the day, if I make the ultimate sacrifice because of something I'm doing in this career, it's going to be because of the situation I put myself in that I wanted to be in. I'm not comfortable making that step. So
Do you know why?
no, I don't know why. I'll find out why at some point.
Maybe it's something to consider, like, well, I want to make that step, knowing that Christians will back me up and I'll be doing
I
the right
don't, though.
thing. Because that's loving your neighbor as yourself.
Sure.
That's you could
And-
you could save a child from being murdered by arresting the
you know
serial killer.
what? Where you guys are standing, that's where you're willing to step in. That's not where I'm willing to step in. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you believe these are human beings, your neighbors?
I'm not gonna get into that. I'm in uniform.
Well, you already
I
told me.
told
I
him-
think
State
you're.
statutes say it though.
I'm not gonna get
So if
into
you want
that.
to uphold the state statutes, you got to say that's a human being from conception.
I am going to adhere to the laws as I do here in the state, in the city, and under the DA's office and my chief. But to get into my personal convictions, I'm not going to do that.
Well, it doesn't
Other
go to
than to say
convictions.
that
It's
I do
just the
this-
law itself.
I do this job because I enjoy this career. I like helping people, and I
Well,
want to
you
make sure I
can
provide for my kids.
you can help them.
I understand where you're coming from. and I'm going to bestow you upon that. Like the good Lord has bestowed you to make that fight. He put me in this position.
But you have authority that we don't have.
You have the authority.
Maybe.
You have the authority to do it. We don't.
You're even a lieutenant.
Things will change.
You have people under you.
Yeah, but I'm just here to make
And they might even back you up in arresting the serial killer. They might back you up. They may support you. You could lead
I'm
them.
going to step that stride.
But you could be a hero. You could lead them.
That'll be your role.
Well, I don't have. Well, but none of us have that authority that you have.
Well, you do, because you can also talk to your congressman, talk to your lawmakers.
We do.
Absolutely.
We do.
Well,
Most of them are evil.
I don't write them, but I'm not willing to make that step. And I can appreciate you guys offering it out, and I understand where you think my authority lies, but
We're just saying you have authority that we don't have.
True, in certain areas.
Yeah.
But you guys also have convictions I don't have.
Well, the Lord can work in your heart as He's worked in our hearts.
We'll see how that goes. So it was very nice to meet you guys.
Yes, sir.
I do wish you guys well. Yes.
Okay. We'll pray for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Can we pray for you now?
No, I'm good on that. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We're at Quick Trip.
I'm in uniform.
Can you come over here with your
Well, don't be afraid of the gospel.
drive your
Don't
car?
be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I'm good. So thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.